I didn't know. Hey everybody! Thank you for joining me for another exciting episode of the Trolls of Toxic on the Tube of You. Did you guys catch that on Facebook? That was one of the funny ones. But anyway, you guys aren't here to talk about dirty deleters or the dirt of deletion. You're here because you want to see the Crystal Collins CMC Makeup Show. We've been waiting on this show for a while now. Hope you guys enjoy the CMC Exposed Part 1. If I missed anything, don't forget to let me know. But before we get started with that, I want to show off some top comments. I'm going to try this thing where I frost this and play some music over some top comments. So, well, without further ado, let's get on with it. Our next interview is going to have to be conducted anonymously. Our interviewee wishes to keep her identity hidden for fear of what Crystal Collins might do to her or her family.
Hey there, Jay.
So you have a lot of experience with dealing with Crystal Collins. You've been following these antics for a long time now?
I've been following and have been personally victimized by her, as well as scammed.
How much money are we talking?
I prefer not to say, but a pretty significant amount.
Thousands?
Not thousands.
Hundreds?
No. Somewhere around there.
Okay, I definitely understand why you wanted to join us today. You chose to keep your identity a secret on today's interview. What particular fears do you have in dealing with Crystal, and where are those fears founded?
Well, there are a few different reasons why I decided to keep my identity anonymous. And it's all evidenced if you go check out some of the pages on Facebook, particularly one that is now called Crystal Collins Awareness 2.0. Crystal has been arrested for terroristic threatening, meaning that she threatened someone else's life. She went online actually yesterday on a live and told a woman that she would send her to the morgue. She has also chosen to do things like pin people's names to the bottom of her Facebook lives if they cancel orders or if she gets mad at them. So, what happens then is you have all of her followers, which at this point, I want to say is roughly 5,000 people coming after you. I don't need that. I have family, I have a life, I have a career that I do not need associated with her drama.
That's perfectly understandable, which is why today we've taken some lengths to ensure that your identity is kept a secret. What would you say if someone were looking to buy and were looking to get interested in dealing with Crystal Collins? What would be some initial warnings that you would give out?
Well, actually a lot of tactics that Crystal will use in my experience in dealing with her is, I call it trigger buttons. She'll do things like talk about her children, cancer, the death of a family member, suicide, miscarriages, trigger warnings for people. And she will play on your emotions and pull at your heartstrings. And so, if you watch her for any length of time, it could be 2 days, it could be a week. There will be a different sob story every day about what she needs. Her dog needs to go to the vet. She can't afford it. Her mother needs something from Walmart. She needs makeup. Whatever the case may be, there's always something that she needs.
Now, surely with her being a unique presenter and she's what, green status or something? She's making tons of money, right?
My understanding from, so my understanding from Unique, and I'm going to this is purely off of some knowledge that I have gained in just doing some research, is that when you're a green status presenter, you have to bring in $12,000 worth of sales,
in 1
plus
month.
having a downline. Okay, so if you bring in $12,000 worth of sales, you're making 30% of that. So that's what, 36, roughly $3,600. Okay, so that's her commission just off of what she brings in retail sales. Now, I saw on one of the pages that she brought in her bonuses and her royalties from her downline in excess of $1,800. So my understanding is that she has been a Unique presenter for about 2 months, and if we do the math, she's probably made somewhere around $11,000 or $12,000.
So not someone who needs help getting her dog to the vet at this point.
No. There's always a there's always a scheme with her, and there always has been. This Unique thing is only two months old. Previous to that, she did not have a job, and so it was constant. Today she needed to pay her $1,000 electric bill, or she needed a new cell phone, or she needed money for food, or whatever it was. If you go back and look at her pages, there has always been and she will claim, Crystal Collins will claim to you that she's only asked for help a couple of times, and it is BS. She has asked for help for funerals. She has asked for help for electric bills. She has asked for help for food. She has asked for help for buying a new phone. The list goes on. And then one of the main things is, she's $37,000 behind in child support. And she was looking at 3 to 5 years in jail. And she begged and begged and begged and begged for people to spend her money so that she didn't go to jail. And one of the things that she has said is, the dumbasses asked me for the money. They should have known better. And she has said, that has come out of her mouth.
I don't have to explain nothing to nobody. The dumbasses sent me the money. They should have known better, okay? So it's their loss.
So, as much as I like to think that she is just, sometimes she's really stupid, and other times she is completely calculated and manipulated on what she is doing. She knows exactly what button to push when she wants to get what she wants.
There have been a few things that I'm starting to discover just by looking at some of these videos. Some of the statements that she makes, not only threatening other people, begging, things like that, some of the statements that she makes come off as extremely racist. Like, I think she called one person a black bitch. At least she didn't get food stamps, and just a few other things.
Bitch. Fuck you, bro. You black bitch. No, I don't get food stamps. I ain't that lucky. I ain't black. I ain't got nothing against Mexicans or nobody else, but you motherfucker, you need to be deported.
When did this start coming up?
This has been coming up for quite some time. I think that you and I both know that a tiger can't change their stripes. So recently, within the last, I would say 3 weeks, Crystal used the N-word. It's a word that I refuse to use. And the awareness page went ahead and put together a compilation of her using that word. And you are exactly right. She did say that she called somebody a black bee. And then she said, I don't get food stamps because I'm not black. And she has used the N-word. And now Crystal seems to think that it's okay to say the N-word if it's spelled with N-I-G-G-A. And she thinks it's perfectly acceptable. It is on her Facebook page, CMCMakeup. It is on the awareness pages, circulating the internet.
Well, I've heard that if you have, like, a certain number of black friends, you're allowed to use the soft A, so maybe she heard that.
No, it's not, girl. No, it's not true. I said nigga. Nigga.
Okay.
That's. I'm sure she had.
Yeah,
I'm sure she
no,
has her.
actually, since you said that,
Mhm.
she actually did say on her live where she used the N-word that she has 2 black friends in New York or Queens, one of the two, and she said,
When
"Oh,
you
well, my two best friends are black," and she couldn't remember the names of the 2 people. So, yeah.
Oh my god. Why is it that when someone's racist, they always have to quote the number of black or Mexican or whatever it is friends or people that they know? And it's just like, bitch, that's not your friend. That's somebody you met at work one time that's not even in your same department. So
Right.
he's in my building.
She's kind of ridiculous.
We had another interview with one of her downlines.
Mm-hmm.
Who was basically found out, you know, what she had gotten into after she had already signed up with Unique, and I guess that's like an unbreakable bond. And she basically kind of wants to distance herself, and then Crystal, in return, retaliates.
As far as Christy Fowler is concerned, she did get involved with Crystal. She signed up under Unique, under Crystal, which makes Crystal basically her sponsor. And all of a sudden, Crystal went on one of Christy's lives, and what she did was she was talking about her income that she makes with Unique. Previously that day, she had been speaking about her income, and the day previous to that. It is against compliance with Unique to speak about your income. And what she told Christy that she was making on Christy's live, and what she told other people on her live that she made, were inaccurate statements. So
I did too.
But listen, I sold $13,000, Amy. God,
I
know. Oh my God, Christy.
I know you've worked your butt off.
But I've only made 1,000. I'm gonna lie. I swear I'm addicted to live, man. Listen, I sold $13,000 in Unique last month. Teresa, I swear you ought to join, girl. Takes $99 to join. And I swear the pay is good. I got paid $5,000 yesterday. On the 8th was my payout.
the page, the awareness page, the Truth and Lies page, decided to post the video of Crystal on Christy's live. The intention was never to draw attention to Christy. It was to show people that Crystal Collins lies. You know, once Crystal has no use for you, she throws you away. So if your money well dries up and she can't get anything from you, or you figured out real quick by looking at her videos that she's lying and scamming you, and she'll discard you, you know, like yesterday's trash. So poor Christy, unfortunately, the way that Unique works, she cannot get away from being a part of Crystal Collins' team on Unique without going inactive for 6 months and then re-signing up and repaying the fee. So she is stuck, and Unique refuses to help Christy, refuses to help her because it's in their presenters agreement, and so unfortunately Christy is stuck. But I will tell you that Christy is rising above it. She's doing fantastic, and as many times as, you know, as soon as Christy went on the awareness page, Truth and Lies, and defended herself, Crystal Collins decided that she was going to go after Christy. Because what happens? All of the people that have been scammed by Crystal Collins rallied around Christy and defended her. And that pissed Crystal off. She left one of her children at the hospital. She does not have custody of her children. And she likes to,
How do we know that she left her kid at the hospital?
Because we have talked to her aunt, who has custody of both children.
I don't have kids. I don't have kids. So sick of that question. Duh, I have 2 sons. Yes, I do. I don't. My uncle's got them. They chose to take care of the kids, so that's their job, not mine. Okay? Okay.
Do you
Her aunt would talk.
think to us?
Nope, 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 nope. She came on our page the other day, and we posted some screenshots of some conversations that we have personally had with Maudie. Maudie is the aunt that has the 2 children, and Maudie's daughter came to, not like it was nice. We were just saying what a lovely person Maudie is, and thank God these children are with her, and blah blah blah. And her daughter came in and said, "Oh my God, you guys are up. Like, thank you so much for saying my mom is great, blah, 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 blah." And the next day, Crystal went on live and fucking totally ripped them a new one. Your family will turn on you, and, but there are, and you can look, and I can get you the screenshot. The aunt says, specifically, she used to leave Sky. She's got 2 children. Oldest one, youngest one. She would leave with her aunt for weeks on end and not show up.
Now, Crystal lives with her own mother, right?
Crystal does not live with her mother. She lives with Ed, her boyfriend, who she claims is her husband, but he's married to someone else.
Now, why is the wife also in the picture, or is he just like the husband that walked out and just hasn't filed divorce?
That's my understanding. That he walked out and didn't file divorce. She claims, if you look at the picture when she says that Ed has cancer, this is my husband of 20 years. Crystal Collins is 33 years old.
Why does she say she lie about her age being older than she really is?
Why?
She doesn't lie about her age. She lies about the amount of time that she's been with Edward, or the amount of time that she used to be a drug dealer or a drug addict. So
also, she's just regular stupid or something.
She's
Crystal is also homophobic, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
She said it is a homophobic remark.
One of the main things that I know that she has said is she calls transgenders or gay people it. I can probably get you some video evidence of that. I will look for it, but that's what she refers to
Gay people.
transgender or gay people as, yes. That Crystal likes to talk about, if you look me up, the only thing that you will find in my criminal background is my back owed child support, and that is false. That is absolutely false.
You found her terroristic statements.
Exactly. She does not like to talk about that, and what she does is she twists the story around to make it seem as though the other person got in trouble for terroristic threatening. But when you look it up, she is the defendant.
The mugshot is her.
Right.
They don't take a mugshot of the victim.
Crystal Collins has said, karma comes in the form of a death of a loved one. So when your father or your husband or your wife or your baby dies, that's because of karma. And she has said that on multiple occasions.
That's such a hateful thing to say.
It's a hateful thing. And then, if you go back to her page, recently she states that her brother's wife miscarried. So she's sitting here telling people that when you lose a loved one, it's karma. And then she's putting on the internet, by the way, I wouldn't want my brother or sister putting my miscarriage on the internet, but she puts it on the internet because it's a trigger warning.
because she
for me
could
today.
I need money because
miscarry.
No, feel bad for me, so go order because it's been a really sad day. My brother and his wife lost their baby. Do you see what I'm getting at? These are the trigger warnings that she knows exactly what she's doing.
Whoa.
She's a manipulative person. One of the things that I have noticed is Crystal Collins cycles through followers. all of her major players from the last year, 2 years, 3 years are all over on the Truth and Lies page, now the Crystal Collins Awareness 2.0 page, because they have been hurt, scammed, deceived by this woman. And out of the kindness of their hearts, because they believed her story, gave to her, did for her, supported her, and she turned on them on a dime. And one of the things that I think the awareness pages are trying to do is save people from becoming that victim. Let's be quite honest. She claims that somebody hacked into her phone and released her nudes.
And we won't be showing any of those nudes. I hate to bring you so over many minutes into the video. You were waiting on that. We're not gonna look at it today.
No one wants to see it.
I'm sorry.
She also actually, there are videos that admit, she admits, I sold my nudes for $100. The tactic that she uses is switch and bait. So people are sharing her nudes, and what she's trying to say is, oh my God, my phone was hacked, and other people are doing it, and y'all are sick for doing that. Y'all are sick for doing that. You saw the video of her showing her butt.
Yeah.
On the internet.
Kiss that right there. Kiss that ass right there. Kiss that. Now, go report that, motherfucker. I told you, I'm a
when she cycles through these followers, so, people will start to figure her out. They go to the awareness pages, or they just get off, and she gets new people, and so now it's oh my God, can you believe? And they believe her for a hot second. For a hot minute, they believe her, until she says something that sparks them, and they're like, oh, crap, that makes sense. And then they go do the research, and they're like, holy crap!
What really started to clue me in was that showing the ass to the camera thing. I'm just like, this lady is batshit crazy to do that. Like, who takes off their pants on live?
On live. In my opinion, empower, uplift, and validate does not mean show your butt on camera. It does not, and one of the things that she likes to argue, and she has a very valid argument when she says this is where she gets very smart and manipulative. She's right. Some of the things that she did previous to her joining Unique are not applicable, but she wants to pretend like this happened years and years and years ago. This was 6 months ago. This was 2 months ago before she joined Unique.
Oh, I thought the ass thing was recent.
Not recent. There may have been something, but, she wants to pretend like all of these things that she has done. She said the N-word 3 weeks ago. These are not things that had happened in her past.
Well, she threatened someone for canceling an order of Unique products, so that's like now.
Somebody canceled on me, you guys. I knew they would. Let's go see who it was and expose them.
Right?
Or is that another old video that I saw?
No, that was recent. That was very recent. Within the last 2 weeks was recent.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And there have been multiple people that she's done that to, but there was one person in particular that she called out for canceling a very large order, and the emails and whatnot were posted right on the internet.
I want to thank you so much for coming today. I will do, exercise great care of keeping your identity a secret. I know that we talked about it earlier. Thank you so much for coming on. I know that she's threatened several people about doxing them and stuff like that. So, but what I want people to know is that don't be afraid to, tell your story, because, there are ways to keep your identity hidden. So don't let these scammers bully you.
Well, and I have to say that my experience with you and telling you that I want to keep my identity secret and private has been absolutely 100% respected. So if anybody wants to come forward with a story that they have about a scammer and expose them, this guy is definitely the way to go.
Thank you! Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for that, and do you have any, the website, do you have a website or a page that you would encourage people to go to?
Crystal Collins Awareness 2.0 is the place to get all of the facts and information that you need to inform yourself and educate yourself about Crystal Collins.
And the link will be in the description below. Oh, hey! I hope you guys had a good time at the watch party. If you didn't catch the watch party, don't worry. Just check out some of the comments by pushing comments somewhere. Also, don't forget to check out the CMC Scammer Exposed. Don't forget to check out the CMC Scammer Exposed page on Facebook. Link in the description below. Well, anyway, make sure to stay tuned for part 2 of the Scammer Exposed, and we'll all have a great time. Talk to you later. Bye. Let's roll the credits.
Hey, everybody.
That's my line.
Yeah, it's D Savage. That's what I do.
Oh, and this is Jay Koleski. We are over here eating ribs like Crystal Collins. Ow! Fuck. You can't just shove a bone in your mouth like that. How did she do that? She's just like, I did it!
Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Koleski has learned how to eat ribs on this very live show. This is insane. No one has ever seen this happen before.
You can't. No, she just put it in and she just cleaned it. She's deep on the rib. She's went, and then the bone came out. Just imagine like a family of pigs just sitting there watching this like. She's like their terrible god.
She doesn't have teeth. Oh, she doesn't have teeth. That's how she does it.
No, this hurt the back of my mouth.
Is that...